Hi everybody, welcome to today's video and welcome back to the channel. You'll notice things are a bit different today. There's a couple of cool bits in the background and I have angled my phone differently today. So welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, I'm Louise and this is Right Now with Louise, where I give you my full unfiltered opinions on anything and everything that we talk about, and for the moment I will be focusing on the British royal family, things that have gone on, things that are going on. I'll be out of order with things because this is about the third reboot of the channel, so please bear with me. If this is the kind of content that you like, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also let's engage in the comments. Let's have a conversation, let me know your thoughts, and all I ask in the comments is that we be respectful and friendly towards each other. And no hate directed at anybody that I talk about in any and all of my videos. That's not what I want either for this channel. So in today's video it's going to be a bit of a slight rant, because a few days ago, shout out to Prince William's Jaw on Twitter, or X rather. Shout out to Prince William's Jaw on X. They shared a clip from the YouTube channel called the Royals Uncensored, and I watched this the other night and it infuriated me. For a clip that was about 3 minutes, it got me quite angry. I've since found it on X, on their X page. I'll leave a link to Prince William's Jaw X page down in the description, along with the Royals Uncensored as well. If I can link the direct posts on X, I will do that as well. So please check that out so we all know what we're talking about, or what I'm talking about rather. Yeah, so I saw this and I've watched it a little bit again today, and it really annoys me. So first off, Catherine is being referred to as Kate, which really annoys me. I don't know if it'll annoy Catherine herself, or, I mean, it may not. She's focusing on her health and her family and her duties. So, you know, when put into perspective, it probably doesn't bother her, even though she has respectfully kindly asked us to call her Catherine, pretty much since before she married William, which is over 15 years ago now. I find it completely disrespectful that journalists, broadcasters, different networks from anywhere in the world still call Catherine Kate. It was pointed out to me on X quite a long time ago now, by Brittany at the Royal News Network. I will leave a link to her YouTube channel as well in the description if you want to check her channel out. She did mention to me once something about spacing in within titles for articles and online posts. So I kind of understood it, but my main gripe with Catherine being called Kate is the fact that A, she's asked us to call her Catherine. She's been married to William for over 15 years. They've got 3 children. William calls her Catherine. Her family call her Catherine, from what we know. So I don't understand why, after 15 years of being married to William, them having 3 children together, she's serving the crown, she's serving the British public. I don't understand why journalists, whether they're part of the Royal Rota, mainstream media or independent, still call her Kate. It irks me. It irks me so much, to the point where every few months I will, along with many others, I'm not the only one to do it or that has done it, that will go on these posts and will write Her Royal Highness Catherine the Princess of Wales. Sometimes I don't include the HRH style, particularly if it's an American broadcaster or network. I don't. And actually last week, when I was having one of these moments where I was correcting Catherine's name and title, someone did point out to me, because I didn't actually reference the HRH title, they said, well, it's Her Royal Highness, and I was like, oh indeed, yes, you are right. I said sometimes I miss this out depending on who's writing it, because it's almost hard because, you know, in America titles aren't recognised, but for members of the British royal family, particularly working members of the royal family, they will use their titles, and I don't like it. I mean, Princess Kate I take as a slight win, because at least her princess title is acknowledged. But I don't like it when, particularly when she's called Kate Middleton. Yes, her maiden name is Middleton. I think it's beyond disrespect, actually, that she's still called Kate or Kate Middleton. Again, Princess Kate, I kind of let it slide. But just calling her Kate or Kate Middleton really irks me. Anyway, so that's my first point of contention with this clip I saw from the Royals Uncensored. Just call her Catherine. Respect her enough to call her name. She's asked you to politely and respectfully call her Catherine, and you're still calling her Kate now. I think it's completely disrespectful. Everyone calls, I mean, if we're going to be fair, and I will try and be fair on the channel, it's one of my aims on this channel is to be fair. Maybe at times play devil's advocate, but Meghan Markle still gets called Meghan Markle. Now, granted, her full name is Rachel Meghan Markle. Nonetheless, she still gets called her full name and is given her Duchess title too. Sometimes in headings, whether it's wherever it is online or on social media, there'll be a title like Prince William and Kate Middleton. No, that's not right. At least say Prince William and Catherine. It winds me up, and, you know, again, someone did counter me on one occasion, because every few months I do this, I correct her name and title, and someone did mention to me on one of these occasions where by saying, well, she's still a Middleton, she's a part of her family, and that I completely understand, but at least call her Catherine. Do you know what I mean? That's my main thing. It's like, just call her Catherine, just out of pure respect. She's been in the British royal family now, like I say, for over 15 years. She's undertaking duties and engagements, and, you know, we know in the last couple of years she's gone through a lot personally with her health. Show her the respect I believe she deserves and call her Catherine. As you know on this channel, if you don't, if this is the first time to the channel, I absolutely adore Catherine. I love her to bits. She is my absolute favourite, and when talking about Catherine, I'm probably looking through heart-shaped glasses, and I am the heart eye emoji a lot of the time when talking about Catherine. So, because in my eyes she can do no wrong. I think she's an absolute angel. And I fully admit that here on the channel, and like I say, I will be fair to everybody that I talk about on this channel. So just so everyone's aware, yeah, so that's the first thing. The second thing, which was the remainder of this particular clip, and again I'll leave a link to this particular clip in the description, they're talking about the relationship between William and Harry, and obviously they're talking about Catherine, how she's always been a peacemaker, and how it may be now that Catherine has given up and said, you know what, I can't fix this. I can fix anything and everything, and I have done over the years, but I can't do this now. I can't do this. And I've seen numerous articles, and I was going to do a different video on this, but it all links in, so I'll do it now. I've seen so many headlines where the onus of offering an olive branch to Harry has been placed on William. And in this particular clip, it's not the only clip out there. It's referenced in other places. I can't think directly at the moment, but I've seen it a lot over such a long period of time. I'm sure you have as well, if you know you're part of the royal watching community, or you just generally read the news, or you have a quick scroll on Daily Mail or other online publications or whatever. But I've certainly noticed that the onus is on William to mend his relationship with his brother Harry. That is not my opinion. I don't think he should. In my personal view has been, it is for Harry and Meghan to offer an olive branch, to come to the table and say, we're sorry. In order for the relationship to repair, if it is going to happen, and Afua Hagen, I think I've said her name correctly, apologies if I haven't, she is pretty adamant that when William eventually becomes king, his relationship with Harry will have somewhat recovered. There will be some sort of a reconciliation by that time. I personally disagree. I don't see why William, and they don't really put it, they don't say this in this segment, but it's been said in other places, where the onus again is put on William to offer Harry and Meghan an olive branch in order to repair the relationship. That has not been my opinion. I don't think it's for William or Catherine actually to offer an olive branch or to try and mend fences, because the way I see it, and I think many people out there will agree, is that Meghan and Harry left, and they are the ones that they've aired family laundry on global media platforms, speaking to Oprah. Harry has the series on Apple, The Me You Can't See. They of course have the series on Netflix, which is 6 hours of 6 hours I'll never get back. Bear with me a minute. Do excuse me. See, look, I actually have 3 of these cups. My husband found them at a boot sale, so he bought all 3. There was probably 4, but anyway, do excuse me. Ranting makes me thirsty. So the onus. So the way I see it is that since Megxit, they have been the ones to air the family laundry, attack members of the family. They've made accusations against the family, and then in Harry's promotional tour of Spare or whatever, he then seemed to backpedal, particularly with Tom Bradbury. So, I mean, to me, Harry and Meghan are the ones that have acted out. They've said things, they've done things that they can't take back. So yeah, and I have to disagree respectfully with Afua Hagen and Grant Harold, who's also on the panel. He's also of the belief that William and Harry will have somewhat reconciled by the time that William is king. I don't see it. I think there has been so much water under this bridge. I don't see it happening, and to be honest, I don't see why the onus is on William and Catherine, or even just Catherine, to initiate a reconciliation in some way, shape or form. I don't see why it's for William and Catherine to do this. I think the relationship, it is what it is, and as sad as it is, this is the key thing. Harry has gone public with private details about his brother, implied things about Catherine, said things about his father and Camilla in his book Spare, and he's done it regardless of the fact that he must have known they were the red lines that you were not supposed to cross. So it is no surprise to me that it's been reported that William and Harry don't have each other's phone numbers. It's probably been like that for a long time. It may even have been seen since Netflix came out at the end of 2022, because there's a scene in one of the episodes and Harry seemingly is reading a text message from William and he shows it to Meghan, and Meghan's the one that says, oh, it's from his brother. So how, with everything that Harry and Meghan have said and have done, I don't understand where a reconciliation will come. I don't understand where it'll come from, how it will happen, and I don't see why it's William's responsibility. If seemingly the reasons for people's assumptions that it's William's responsibility is because he's the oldest brother and he's future king, that to me is irrelevant. If someone, a friend, a family member, has said things about you to the extent that Harry has, why would you try and mend fences with this person? I don't understand. I don't understand. I mean, Afua Hagen and Grant Harold, again, they're very happy to say this, and fair enough, they can say it. They may know more than me. I mean, but from everything I've read over all of these years, and it's over 6 years since they left, I can't see this happening. Again, it's like, where's this reconciliation going to come from? He's saying one thing and doing another. It's like, well, you can't say this about me, but I will say this about you. And he knows his family, his dad, Camilla, his brother, his sister-in-law, they can't come out and give a statement or say anything because they're all abiding by never complain, never explain. And Harry's been doing all the complaining. And seemingly now, I mean, we've seen instances of him backpedaling. So as to say, well, actually, no, we didn't say that. It's like, it just baffles me. And again, to put the onus on Catherine and William and to say it's for both of them or one of them to offer an olive branch to Harry and Meghan, I think is completely incorrect, and a reconciliation is just so far into the distance. I don't think it's visible. That's how far it is. I don't think it'll happen. This is my opinion at this moment, and I've held it for a few years. If it changes, I will let you know. But as it stands, no. I don't see why it's for William and Catherine. To me, it's for Harry and Meghan to come over, acknowledge everything that they've said and done, accept that they've done this, they're the ones that have done this, and then apologise. That, and it's going to have to be public and private. It's going to have to be done publicly and privately. And if it's going to be done publicly, well, whichever way, but for them to be forgiven, it needs to be done publicly and privately, like I've just said. And they need to say the words, I'm sorry. Not, I apologise, we apologise. No, that's different. That's saying you're sorry without actually saying it. And to me, if you're going to apologise for something, you say sorry. And for Harry and Meghan, they need to be one saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said this. I'm sorry that we said that and did this. That's what they need to do. And they need to say, I'm sorry. Everything needs to be itemised that they've done. This is my personal opinion. Everything needs to be listed out. Everything that they've done. And they need to say, I'm sorry for every single one. And they need to not do it again. They need to prove that it's like they will have to earn the trust. Because as far as I can see it, there isn't any. And I don't blame the family for not trusting either of them. I don't blame them. And I don't blame William for not having any contact with his brother, if that is indeed the case. If they don't have each other's phone numbers, fine, whatever. It's his business at the end of the day, and this is his brother. And from what we can gather that's occurred in public, I think William is completely justified, and I'm sick of seeing articles saying, well, William should rise above it, and you know, whatever it is that they're saying, but that's effectively what they're saying. William needs to rise above it because he's going to be future king. Doesn't matter to me. I think that's irrelevant. At the end of the day, they are a family, and when a family member attacks you in this manner, you have every right to not speak to that person. Again, we'll see what happens. But I think William is absolutely right to not be talking to Harry anymore. To not be talking to him anymore. I don't blame him at all. So just to sum up this video, yeah, I don't like there's people out there still calling Catherine Kate. I mean, obviously you've got haters out there that will call her Kate, and probably a lot worse, which is absolutely vile. I mean, whatever. So there'll always be people that call her Kate, but if you're in broadcast media, you're a journalist, you're part of the Royal Rota, or you're independent, show her respect. If you respect the royal family, or you respect, you know, the constitutional monarchy, call her by her full name. It's been over 15 years. She's done so much, and she's overcome a very personal battle. So call her Catherine, and then as it pertains to William and Harry and the Royals Uncensored, I have to respectfully disagree with Athol Hagan and Grant Harold. Respectfully, I don't see this happening. I don't quite understand how they see a reconciliation coming about. Because I'm sure we've all seen the same things. Maybe they're privy to information that I don't know, which is quite possible. Because I'm just going off what I've read and what I've seen over the years, and I don't see it, and I don't see why it's William or Catherine's responsibility to initiate a reconciliation. It's for Harry and Meghan. They need to be the ones who apologise. And from what I gather from consuming media from different people, independent Royal Rota, what have you, many royal commentators and book authors, Harry and Meghan are very much of the mind that no, actually, we are owed an apology. Just speaks to both of their entitlement, really, and the fact that they don't even acknowledge that is also quite amazing. So that's where I'll end. Thank you so much for bearing with me in today's video. If this is the kind of content you like, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with friends and family, and of course, let's enter a discussion in the comments. Let's be friendly and respectful. Everyone's allowed a different point of view, and obviously there's absolutely no hate or whatever to anybody that I disagree with. You know, again, Athol and Grant, they can have their opinions and I fully respect it. I just respectfully disagree. So let's be respectful and kind and friendly in the comments and have a lovely discussion down below. And stay tuned for more content on this channel. I'm very much looking forward to it. So I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Bye.